So what is your, like, how long are you willing to wait? You need to fight by which month of next year?
I need to fight by like the end of November this year.
You mean next year?
This year.
This year? I have bad news for you, Tom.
No, I don't know. No, I don't know. I have no idea. But we'll see. I'm an easygoing guy, man. You don't have to talk me into it too much. I'm in. Throw me a pair of gloves. Tell me where.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would fight if I could. Like, if I could fight like this month or next month, then it would be perfect. But
yeah. So John said I need to fight more champions, but this is the problem I've got. John is the champion, and he won't fight me. And he says that he won't fight me because it's too much of a...
Tom Aspinall just dropped a bombshell. He says he will fight Jon Jones this year. Yeah, you heard that right. No official date, no contract signed. But Aspinall sounds ready to throw down. While some might call it clickbait, the energy he's bringing makes you think it could actually happen. And it's not just about Jon. Tom's got something much bigger in mind.
He has also mentioned, like, hey, if it doesn't work out, like, I'm happy to give up the belt. Do you believe him when he says that? Or...
I'm not bothered. And if he does that, that's fine. It's not Jon Jones I'm after. It's the belt I'm after. I want the belt. I'm not bothered about Jon Jones. Couldn't care less about who has the belt. It's me. I want the belt. That's it. I want to be the undisputed heavyweight champion. I couldn't care less if Jon Jones has got it or not. It's not the person that I'm chasing. It's the belt.
This is the fight against Jon Jones. Like, not the fight is another thing.
Yeah.
This is the tricky bit where I really have to stay switched on, stay motivated, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying. It's tough.
For Tom Aspinall, it's not about the man, it's about the mission. While everyone else seems to be obsessing over Jon Jones, Tom couldn't care less. He's not chasing a name, he's chasing gold. The UFC heavyweight interim champ made it loud and clear. He wants to be the undisputed king, with or without Jon standing across from him. If Jones vacates the belt, fine. If he doesn't, even better. That mindset sets him apart. Most fighters dream of beating a legend like Jon Jones. Tom, on the other hand, sees the belt as the real trophy. Beating Jones would just be a nice bonus. And if Jon decides to drop the title and walk away, Tom's not losing sleep. He's got his eyes locked on that heavyweight crown, and he's ready to scrap with whoever's holding it. But don't mistake his cool attitude for passiveness. When it comes to preparation, Aspinall is as locked in as they come. He studies tape with the intensity of a detective piecing together a case. Every movement, every habit, every moment of fatigue, he breaks it all down. That's something Jon Jones prides himself on too. The difference is that Tom doesn't leave much tape behind.
What he generally does with this style is he's very long, 6'4". I mean, not as tall for a heavyweight, but he fights kind of here and does a lot of this kind of stuff, and his attacks are very varied. So he'll go this way on the front leg, he'll go here, he'll also bring the head kicks up, he'll fake the takedowns, come in with the spinning elbows. Also, he's grappling, so if Joe goes against the fence, a lot of the time what Jones does really, really well is once he gets his hands together on a double leg, it is so difficult to break that. So he'll be here, he'll set up the double. Once his hands are locked and he starts to pull his opponent away, he almost always finishes the takedown. Then, as we've seen against Cyril Gane, when his opponents sit up, he's got such a strong front headlock from here, sprawling his leg back. When he gets to this spot, he's heavy here, and his ground and pound is some of the best that we've ever seen. Some of the best elbows.
With an average UFC fight time of just over 2 minutes, Tom has given future opponents, including Jones, next to nothing to analyze. That unpredictability is a problem even the most seasoned champions can't solve overnight, and Tom knows it. He knows that it messes with Jon's head. He knows that being a mystery is a major weapon.
Full training camp and everything. What is your prediction? Like, how do you actually, not just, oh, I'm going to knock him out. How do you actually see the fight playing out?
I'm not going to tell you, am I, Ariel?
Okay, I mean, is it a 2-round? Is it you're smoking him in 60 seconds? Is it going to be, do you think, you know,
well, let me tell you this. One of the, and I'm saying this as a fan of Jon Jones. One of Jon Jones' biggest advantages that he has over everybody, and he says this on multiple interviews for multiple years, is that he's a tape studier, as am I. A massive tape studier. I watch the opponents, my coaches watch the opponents, pick up on the tendencies, pick up on what they like, what they don't like, what they're good at, when they're tired, what tires them out, how they're getting up off the bottom. How's the defense when you throw this shot? How do they react when you do this, etc.? He loves to study opponents like this. He has no chance.
And despite Jones's calm public demeanor, Tom senses the tension. He believes that John does want this fight, not for legacy, not for fans, but to settle a growing itch. The kind of itch that only comes from knowing someone else might just take your spot. Tom says you can see it on John's face, even in short clips. There's a competitiveness there. A fire that won't go out until they clash. But if Jones stalls or ducks out, Tom's still moving forward. He's set on fighting before the year ends, no matter what. He's not waiting until next year. Whether it's John or someone else, he's ready to go, gloves on. Name the place, he'll be there. Because for Tom Aspinall, this isn't about one fight. It's about proving that he's the best heavyweight in the world. And that journey doesn't stop for anyone, not even John Jones.
The people are thirsty for this fight. The people are desperate for it, and everybody knows it. And don't let John fool you with what he's saying. He wants it as well.
You truly believe that?
Yeah.
And you think so? Why? To prove that he's the man?
I feel like John is a competitor, and he knows he's a ruthless competitor. You can see it. You can see it when you know what you're watching. You know what he's all about, and I can see the way it eats him up. I can see the way it eats him up just from even watching live. To be honest, I don't sit and watch his interviews or anything like that, but I see clips here and there, and my existence hurts his feelings a lot.
But while Tom Aspinall is gearing up for a war, John Jones seems to be on a completely different wavelength. In stark contrast, Jones is out there living what he calls his best life, posting vacation clips, enjoying family time, and staying far away from any octagon commitments. From the outside looking in, it doesn't even seem like he's part of the heavyweight division anymore.
John Jones's legacy is intact, and all the stuff he's saying, there's been this story that's been going on and on and on and on. But this one I could understand why it may have upset people, triggered people. Did you guys see on his IG Live, he was talking about the accusations that he is a duck, that he's ducking Tom Aspinall. This is what John Jones said earlier today.
I got people in the chat calling me a duck. Meanwhile, I'm living my absolute best life. I don't know if it's considered ducking when you're living good. I don't think it works like that.
And that's where the confusion begins. John insists he's not ducking anyone, especially not Tom. In his mind, how can he be ducking a fight if he's busy enjoying life and not even thinking about the UFC? But here's the twist. He's also made it crystal clear multiple times that he has no interest in fighting Tom Aspinall. He's gone on record brushing it off, not engaging, and refusing to even entertain the matchup.
Just to do that, I mean, let's just be honest. You should not drive and be on IG Live. Second of all, look, he's doing this reality show with Nathan Diaz in Russia, and I'm told that the money is just absurd. It's astronomical. Get paid, well deserved. Both legends of the game. I totally understand it. But here's the part that I very much disagree with him. It's not about you, John. It's not about you. It's not about your life. It's not about your story. If you want to enjoy your life, if you want to be a part of a reality show, if you want to take that money and delay things and hold someone else's dreams back from becoming a reality, that is ducking. That is ducking, because there is a time-honored tradition in this business, in the sport, in combat sports, in fight sports, in sports period, that the whole thing has to move along. It's not about your story. Your story is great, and you're living your best life, great.
Which begs the question, if he's not ducking Tom, why is he not fighting anyone? And instead of calling out active contenders, John's been floating around names like Daniel Cormier and Brock Lesnar. Let's be real, those are not current threats in the division. DC's retired and working behind a desk. Brock hasn't fought in years and was last seen literal body slamming people in WWE. These aren't legacy fights, they're nostalgia trips.
I'm retired. I'm done. I'm 46. I'm washed up. I'm a broadcaster. I'm a commentator. I am a talking head. How about this novel idea? Fight the dude that's actually wanting to fight. I don't want to fight John Jones. I have no desire to fight anyone.
And at a time when the heavyweight division has hungry, dangerous challengers like Aspinall, this avoidance starts to look less like comfort and more like strategy. Because while Tom is charging toward the fire, John seems to be tiptoeing around it.
He's annoying to me. He's annoying to me. And that's my own personal, he annoys me. I get to you guys, you find it entertaining, but I find him annoying. And I just don't like him. And at the end of the day, if I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want to be so compensated. I want to say it, I want that you money, honestly. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Or else my life is perfect without him. I don't need him at all, and he needs me. And that's a good place to be in a negotiation.
And while Jon Jones is out enjoying life, Tom Aspinall is stuck just waiting.
Only sport in the world that I know of that you can have somebody hold your career back.
Yep.
Meaning that, like, okay, we have a healthy champion who has shown a little bit interest to fight you, not really a lot of interest to fight you, but you can't fight because you're like, I'm just trying to fight. But
this isn't just about missing a fight, it's about what that silence has done to his career. Jon Jones has made it clear he doesn't want to fight Tom, and because of that, Tom's been left hanging. He's the interim champ, fully healthy, ready to go, but no one's stepping up. Jones isn't just avoiding the fight, he's not fighting anyone, and he's not vacating the belt either. That leaves Tom in a weird spot. He's basically in limbo with no real direction. He's trained, prepared, and more than ready, but he's still on the sidelines because Jon won't make a move. That kind of uncertainty doesn't just slow things down, it chips away at your drive. Tom's done everything right, but now he's stuck waiting for someone else to decide his future.
You can start boxing training, you can do this, that, and then it was like I always had like a little goal to work towards.
of course,
So after like a couple of months of being like sat on the couch, as soon as I could get in the gym and start working towards different things, it was great and I felt good, and I was like, right, I definitely want to come back. Now I'm going to go, I don't have any injuries, I'm going to win the heavyweight championship, I'm going to become this legend, I'm going to knock everybody out and all that stuff. Like, I felt great about it, and I was on my recovery path to getting back. Now I've been almost a year inactive with no prospects of anything apart from weight.
yeah.
So,
And it's not just Tom who feels this way. People all around the fight world are starting to speak up. Big names, smart minds, even legends like Demetrius Johnson are looking at this situation and scratching their heads. They see what's happening, and they're starting to say what a lot of fans already believe. Jon Jones doesn't want this fight. To many, it's not about injuries or timing anymore. It's about the risk. Tom Aspinall isn't just another heavyweight. He's fast, young, powerful, and unpredictable. Analysts like Demetrius have broken it down. Tom moves like a middleweight, hits like a truck, and hasn't been in the cage long enough for anyone to study his weaknesses. That kind of unknown makes fighters nervous, especially ones who've already cemented their legacy. Jon's faced legends like DC and even entertained names like Brock Lesnar, but now, when it's a guy who could realistically dethrone him, radio silence.
I think I think I'm a bad matchup for him, to be honest, and I think he knows it.
My opinion, I think it's a huge risk.
Yeah.
It's a huge risk. You're younger, you're athletic, you hit hard, you pose problems. We don't have much data on you,
Yep.
meaning that we don't know what happens if you do. And this is me speaking from an analyst and like my experience in MMA. Like if I was to fight Tom Aspinall, okay, what do I need to do? Okay, he's very fast, very athletic, light on his toes. Okay, he blitzes across the void. So if he gets across the void, can I take that shot? A lot of people have not been able to take that shot. So if he gets across that void and I get hit, I might go fucking down.
But to be fair, not everyone sees Jon as ducking. Some people, like Joe Rogan, actually believe Jon might just be that good. Joe's take is different. He's not brushing off Tom's skill, but he's also not counting Jon out. In fact, he thinks Jon could go in there and completely dominate, take Tom down, control him on the ground, and ragdoll him with that veteran strength and experience. There's also the unknown about Tom. As dominant as he's looked, no one's dragged him into deep waters. What happens in rounds 4 and 5? How does he handle adversity when he's exhausted, bleeding, and forced to dig deep? We've never seen it, but we've seen John go the distance, adjust mid-fight, and outsmart world-class opponents. Joe even pointed out that yes, John beat Cyril Gane easily, but Cyril almost beat Francis Ngannou. The math gets tricky. If John could walk through a guy like Gane, maybe he really is just operating on another level. At the same time, there's a fair question. Just how good is John at heavyweight? He's the GOAT, no question, but beating an older Stipe or a white belt level grappler like Gane doesn't answer whether he's the baddest man at heavyweight right now. That title might belong to Tom, but we won't know until they fight.
John beats him. John might beat him up.
Yeah, he could.
John might take him down and fucking ragdoll him on the ground, like, you know.
John easily could, because we don't know how good John is either.
And we also don't know what happens to Tom Aspinall in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds.
He's
we have zero
because no one's gotten there.
No one's even gotten close.
There's so many question marks. Like, we don't know how good John is.
Right.
You can't tell me John's the best of all time, or he is the best GOAT, but you can't tell me he's the baddest heavyweight on the planet after being an older Stipe. That's not going to do it for me.
Right.
Aspinall looks fucking good, and he's in his prime.
Man, well, Cyril Gane almost beat Francis. I know you can say the thing about the knee, and Jones just smoked him.
Went right through.
We also didn't know fucking Cyril Gane was a fucking 3-stripe white belt. That's news to me.
What do you think about he's gonna come back? He's gonna fight Tom?
Yes, I think he'll fight Tom. No. I think he'll hang out. You don't think so? No, really?
I don't think so.
How come?
For what?
For glory.
He already has the glory.
Yeah, one more glory before the lights fade.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think John's a conqueror. I think
he is.
I think he can't sit back.
He's the best of all time. No one can say the opposite of that. He's the best.
Look, the guy developed a spinning back kick at 36. Didn't have a spinning back kick his whole career. And then all of a sudden knocks out Stipe with a spinning back kick for the heavyweight title at 30.
And that's the real frustration, isn't it? We've got two incredible heavyweights, one a legend with a legacy, the other a rising storm with everything to prove. Fans aren't just craving the fight, they need it. Until then, all we're left with is speculation, what ifs, and endless debate. So what do you think? Is John protecting his legacy, or is he truly the heavyweight king waiting to remind everyone why he's the GOAT? And is Tom really the future, or just another hype train waiting to be derailed? Let us know what you think in the comments below.